So last time on Lawful Stupid, let's
reunited
Alice's version. That's what I want to know. What happened, my dude?
Do you want to hear it from like what I told them or what I know?
I don't care. I want to hear Devin say what happened from his perspective and how he feels about it.
I don't feel great about it, but what happened is I, as we know from previous episodes, had killed every one of the Murphys. I had taken their ship. I'd gotten the message about going to Silence, and so I have every intention of doing so. And as I arrived there, I crashed the ship because I'm not a shipman. I don't know how to steer a boat.
But you're one person.
I jump off into the water. I swim to shore and very tired. And then the Iceman himself connects his boat and Rowan's boat as they both come ashore. I am questioned heavily by Kristoff as he realizes what ship it is. So I probably should have sunk that thing way earlier. Like, that was dumb of me. But I'm Atlas, and that's what I did. After much questioning, Rowan steps in as well, as a former pirate, and says, none of this adds up. They keep pressuring me to give the truth, to give more details. It's at that point I can't take it anymore. Atlas falls to his knees, looks up at Kristoff, looks at Rowan, and admits to, he says, I did it. What that is, they don't know yet.
Well, no, actually,
it was me.
With I did it. It was
killed them all.
So, how do you all respond?
I will tell you how I respond. Atlas, you need to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, you busting out some of those sorcerer spell points?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Devin, please do that.
That's a 16.
You succeed.
Oh.
So
with disadvantage, yeah.
What happens?
Oh, no, that's 3. You're welcome.
Oh, perfect.
Well, you're welcome. He used a class spell. I think he deserves that one.
So I have cast Dominate Person. You attempt to buy a humanoid that you can see within range. It must succeed on wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the duration. If you or creatures that are friendly to you are fighting it, has advantage on the saving throw. Obviously, we're not fighting yet. While the target is charmed, you have a telepathic link with it. As long as the two of you are on the same plane of existence, you can use the telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious. No action required, which it does its best to obey. You can specify a simple or general course of action, such as attack that creature, run over there, fetch that object. It completes the order. It doesn't receive any further action from you. It defends and preserves itself to the best of its ability. So basically, he's like my slave for 1 minute.
But he also every turn has a chance to bump that, right?
No, don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, once you fail, you fail. It's a save or suck.
Jeez. I thought for sure it had a way out of it, but we will call that good. So, each time the target takes damage.
Yeah, but I'm not damaging him.
No, just checking, and you can take your total. Creature takes total action. Yep, yeah. So when you take damage, you have an opportunity to bounce out of that. But other than that, you have a minute of Atlas as Kristoff.
Disarm yourself.
So you take Willow, and you put Willow down. You do not do that with Ilaria because you will not part with that blade.
He cannot willingly part with the blade, but he is not being willful right now. I have taken his will. So he would not willfully part with it, but this is not his will. He's being controlled.
So I will concede to that a little bit. I also think a curse is a little bit stronger than this spell. So I will say that he takes Ilaria out and like throws her into the hull of the boat, and like she's nearby, but not on her.
But not in his hand.
Yep, for sure. I will give you that.
Tie yourself up, restrain yourself to a way that you will not be able to escape.
Devin, roll a sleight of hand check for me, please.
Rowan, help him out. Make sure that he's secure.
A little closer to your mic as well, partner. So you get closer to Atlas and help him out, and you have advantage on that roll because the aid action.
Yeah, so it's a 19.
Yeah, so you're able to, with Rowan's help, not super far from Ilaria, but a good 10 feet away, you're able to, like, tie yourself to, you know where, I don't know what it's called, but there's a device on a ship that you essentially wrap, your anchor around. I know what it is, I can picture in my mind, and that's where, like, the rope...
The belay line.
Confirmed. That's what
that sounds right. That's not right. It's not right. Belay means to cease. I have no idea.
Anyways, so we're going to do you tie yourself to that with Rowan's help, and it's pretty snug. But 100% you have rope tie and you've tied yourself to this thing. I'm gonna give you one more action, my dude.
The last action is not going to be one from Atlas. It's going to be one from Kristoff, which is me walking over and taking Ilaria.
Okay, so dominate person now fades Atlas. Two things are now very much in your realization. You definitely know that you were charmed and dominated 100%. You definitely have this fucking burning desire to recover Ilaria.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into lichen form.
You may do that, my dude. You are now, so you transform, and your transformation is not this insane overhaul of your appearance, but
right.
it is significant. Your tusks get a little bit longer, fur definitely grows out, your hair gets thicker, a little bit longer, and you definitely have like more arm hair and across your entire body. It is definitely werewolf time.
And I want to chew at the ropes. I'm slashing at the ropes fiercely.
Yeah, so as he's doing that, Kristoff is going to say, Atlas, if you don't return to your normal state, I will unmake the magic that holds Ilaria to this blade.
No, not enough. Doesn't save me. I want the blade. I'm not getting that in this form.
You will cease now. You will lose her forever, Atlas.
But I know that's not the case. As talking to, gosh, why am I forgetting his name?
Bendel?
No, the guy who put her there. I'm blanking suddenly on his name.
Kenra Ironclaw.
Kenra. I like after hearing Kenra and knowing what he knows about the blade, I know that's not true. At least I suspect that's not true. And I'm still fighting.
So you can take a bite attack, which I don't know if you actually have like a bite. So, make an attack against the rope.
17.
Yeah, the rope's DC is like 10 or some shit. I don't even have to look it up. You attack the rope with your teeth. I'm gonna give you 1+ strength because you're not proficient in biting. I don't know if that's gonna like bust open your ropes. I'm looking that up now to see the HP of a rope. Oh, of course it's fucking called rope hempen instead of, it has 2 hit points. Oh wait, what was your roll?
The roll was a 17.
Okay. By the way, a strength DC check on that is 17. So I was just going to use that as its AC in the interim of looking it up. But it meets. And then you bust open the rope.
Do I get movement?
You don't get movement immediately because you have to like get through the rest of these ropes. So what do you do, Kristoff, while he's forcing his way through the rest of it?
I mean, I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on the sword. Bring on the hate mail as I murder Ilaria.
So roll. Hold on. I gotta look up all the fucking shit for all these spells. It is.
Is it a 3rd level or lower?
It is definitely not.
Okay, then it's 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay.
Is the DC that I had to meet on an Arcana check.
Okay. We're 10 plus the spell's level, not above 3, right? So when you cast
For each spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check on your spellcasting ability. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay, so I was trying to figure out whether it takes the 3 away from it, but it doesn't look like that. Okay. What did you roll?
18. Is it an 8th level spell or higher? Or 9th? Is it a 9th level spell?
Shit.
So.
This is D&D, boys.
The entire world waits. Yes.
So, you cast Dispel Magic on the sword. And Atlas, you hear the ear-piercing scream of Valaria's voice as he begins this spell, and it fills your mind and your ears, and in the middle of this scream, it is abruptly cut off as he casts the spell on the blade.
I advance on him.
Someday you'll thank me. She was killing you.
I want to run over, grab Kristoff by his throat, grab my sword out of his hand, and throw him overboard.
I don't resist.
Yeah, so you pull the blade free from Kristoff and toss him over the ship. Kristoff, roll me like a...
I just cast Levitate.
Okay.
I have all the spells.
You are tossed off the ship and you cast Levitate. This is a pickle, boys. Okay, that happened.
So as I grab the sword, I want to hold it, blade in one hand, hilt in the other, looking at it. Anything happening? Alaria.
You are met with a blade.
So I've also been able to jump into that snowy field at times by concentrating. I want to attempt that.
So when you go to do that, you kind of feel your world like shudder a little bit, like you kind of feel reality like shake a little bit, but nothing happens.
Rowan. What did he do?
I'm on the ship. I floated back on.
I don't think I'm not talking to you.
What do you mean, what did he do? What did you do?
She's gone. He took her.
Who?
Kristoff.
He's right here.
I saved your life is what I did, Atlas.
You didn't save my life.
Atlas, look, it's been a long time, and I don't know what happened, but what you did is not good. You know this.
You know what must be nice? Is that you boys have had each other this whole time. I left in search of something, and the only person who was willing to go with me was Alaria. And now you've taken her from me. Whether or not she was good for me or not. Kristoff.
We had a plan, Atlas. We were going to go back to Yori. We joined guilds. We were going to have a life. You chose to go off on your own, and I respect that. I respect a man with his own ideals, but they weren't just your ideals, were they? You've been being tainted since you found that cursed blade. It's not a magical sword. It's not a sword of heroism or might. It's a cursed blade with a damned soul that used to live in it. I freed you of that. I could have let it suck out the last dregs of your humanity. You would have deserved it for what you've done to the people aboard this ship. But I care too much for you. You are a brother to me. so I would not let that happen to you. I have freed you and I have saved your life. You will thank me someday.
I'm just gonna look up at him. I'm gonna put the sword back in its scabbard. I'm gonna walk back towards the beach on that ice bridge.
Alright.
Do that.
Kristoff, I know you're right.
I'm also an asshole. I understand that.
Yeah, I mean, he did murder people. People that helped save a town even though they didn't have to.
I've seen it for a long time since Archbane Fendel pointed it out to me. That sword has been hurting him. It's been changing him, and it led to this, and I couldn't let it happen anymore. And I killed what was left of Ilaria, who, as far as I know, was a decent being at some point. I have to live with that. But I wasn't going to let Atlas fall at the hands of that wraith.
I'm just letting you know that I agree with what you did. But now I'm gonna go try to save what's left of Atlas because he is not gonna handle this well.
You're the only one who can. He's not going to look at me as a friend now. So I thank you.
I chase after Atlas.
I reach into my pocket and remain on the ship.
I'll leave this to the DM to decide. Do you want which to go first?
Let's resolve a couple things. Because it's about to get spicy up in this.
I am sweating profusely.
So, Atlas, you have climbed down this ship, and you have walked down this ice path, and you're ahead of them as they're like doing this, and you have good distance between you and the boys, and you hear in your ear, so we're going to have to kill him.
As mad as I am, oh, you know what? I'm surprised first. What? Ilaria?
Yes.
How? How are you here?
I was put here with a curse, Atlas. You can't just dispel me away like that. But for time, it's probably best I don't show up.
Hey, Devin, does Largy the Twins using his bad guy voice at all? Is that a concern for
That's
you?
what I'm saying is, that's like, Laura, you sound a little different than normal.
You might be angry if someone tried to kill you too.
He's in his fucking palace voice over here.
Bitch, you're already dead.
You can't hear this!
You're right.
I'm not. I also wouldn't respond with, bitch, you're already dead.
just says that he won't answer.
Actually, I might. That's fair. That's fair. I retract that objection.
Just saying.
Gosh, say that last line you said.
I retract that objection.
You might be angry if someone tried to kill you too. And someone you trust.
I thought we were cool.
Well, I guess to be fair,
Well,
you killed
is
him
the
in a
operative
vision.
word here.
You killed him in a vision once, so maybe he still harbored a little hate for you.
Maybe.
But I'm not gonna kill him. He's not a target of mine. He's a friend. As much as I'm mad at him, angry at him, as much time as it takes for me to get over this, even though you're here, the fact that he attempted, but I will never lay hand on him and to kill him.
And you hear this, like, you feel it as much as you hear it, and you hear her say, "He would try to murder me? And you'll just stand by and allow it? How would you feel if I murdered them? Or even made an attempt? Would you discard me so easily?"
I would not. But they are here. And
I see.
You are here too. You said it yourself, you're a curse who can't be removed, and so we can't be removed until, well, we are ready.
You get no response.
I'll put it away. I don't have to sort out. I guess she's just talking to me. I just keep walking toward the beach. My anger is subsided. I'm not going to let them know that, but my anger is subsided a little bit because of what I know.
Diddle-doo. Kristoff and Rowan, is there anything you want to do, Rowan, before you depart and chase after Atlas? I know you kind of chit-chatted, but I want to give you another opportunity.
No.
Okay.
I think that because I am looking up lyrics, but no.
Okay, cool. So you climb down the remains of the drunken sun, and you catch up with your boy Atlas. I think Rowan, like, who I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, is just like perpetually drinking. Like, right? Is that still the thing?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay, so like he gets down on this ice bridge and he's like, gotta go after Atlas, and like starts to slip and say, oh fuck, ice again, and then like starts to walk normally. Or like trot, catch up with them. But you catch up with Atlas on this ice bridge. What do you do, my dude, whose wolf form has now faded?
Atlas, wait.
I'll slow up for him.
Look, I know sometimes you gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, but you gotta be wiser. Sometimes you gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, like she said, you gotta be stronger. Sometimes you gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together.
What are you even talking about?
What just happened is an awful thing, but a necessary awful thing.
Look,
right?
I know that he can never forgive me. What I've done. I would not forgive me for what I have done. But what he did
is not any worse than what you did. He dispelled a dead person. You made people dead.
Do you think I want to be like this, Rowan? Do you think I meant to choose the way that I am now? If I couldn't go back and even be killed by those demons back then, then I'd take the place of Yogg a long, long time ago. I don't like what I've become.
You're thinking about the past too much, Atlas. You're not worrying about the future. We've all made mistakes. We've all done dumb things. I did a dumb thing earlier today. I don't remember what it was, but I know that I did it. But you know what? I already forgot what it was, because we move forward from that, and you learn, and you get better. You don't have to think about being Yogg. You don't have to think about... I mean, you probably should think about the people you murdered. It's really an awful thing. But you learn from it, and you become better, and you can... That's what getting stronger really is. It's not killing people. It's learning from things, right? We can learn from this.
I didn't want to kill them, Rowan. I don't even really remember it. That's the sad part. I didn't talk to Captain Tyndall. I didn't talk to First Mate Zell. I don't remember any of their faces except when they were lying dead on the sand. That's what I have to deal with.
I agree. Hey, you're gonna have to deal with that, but it's a thing that happened, but it's not something that defines who you are. I mean, it kind of does. If someone called you a murderer, you couldn't say that you weren't. But you can be better for it. You can better, not for it, but because of it.
You've been drinking again.
But I guess, well, it's daytime, of course I have. I think more or less, how are you?
Listen, we're all here for a reason. Okay, I'll face whatever I have to face because of what I've done. And eventually, I'll face Kristoff again. We have to. We're bound to be together. For some reason, Wynn wants us back together. Why are we here?
Fuck what Wynn wants.
I don't think that's how that works. I say just that you can make those noises.
Again, I
say that's not how that works.
So the thing about Wynn is, he's just a god. He's one of multiple. What he wants isn't exactly right or wrong or what will happen or won't happen. It's all about the choices you make from here on out. You dig?
I want to crack the ice beneath his feet so he falls in the water and I walk away. Not in a mean way, just like, you're drunk.
You can roll a athletics check, and alternatively, if he's successful, you may roll a dexterity or an acrobatics check.
Right, that's 14 plus 3. 17.
Yeah, so you hit this ice and it buckles real good. It doesn't like just shatter under his feet, but it certainly starts falling apart. Do me a favor, roll an acrobatics check for me, please. Thank you.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Oh yeah.
Got him. That's real.
I think when it like hits, you like see it all coming, and in fact you jump on his side of the ice bridge.
And I'll say, do you forgive me for that?
Well, of course I do. You're my friend, and it's just, if anything, I would chalk it up to a prank.
I will hug him very tightly, and I will say, maybe there's something to your wisdom.
There might be, there might not be. Like everything, it's all up to you, man. Everything's up to you. Whatever has value is only the value that you place on it. So if you value my wisdom, it's just the value placed on it.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that you're okay, because your girlfriend's gone, and I know it's hard.
She wasn't my girlfriend. That's just a companion I cared for very much. Don't force that title on that label on me.
Okay, I won't label it like that, but your companion that you cared for a lot. And I know it can be rough. I mean, look at us. It's been 2 years. Well, I mean, you had Ilaria, and he had, the spelly lady from the ship.
Yeah.
That one.
Which, by the way, we're here for some reason. Perhaps we should.
Oh yeah, I'm here to do a thing because Wynn told me to kill Aegis. I don't know.
What did you say?
Wynn another deal with Wynn. But I have to kill Aegis. You know, no biggie. Kill a wolf.
No. Do you know who Aegis is?
He said he's some wolf that needs killing.
A soon-to-be dead motherfucker.
Yeah, someone who's gonna die
Rowan.
at these hands.
You are destined to do one of the things that I so terribly need to do. You know, the part of the reason why I am the way I am is because of Aegis. Yes, I will accept that I've made decisions, but Aegis has made me worse. And I would love nothing more than to destroy him.
We're gonna drop that motherfucker, don't even worry about it.
And I'm gonna yell back to Kristoff. Kristoff! Whatever you're doing, we gotta go.
So dude. What are you doing while they're having that heart to heart?
So when Rowan walks off the ship, I spend 2-3 minutes just kind of idly flicking the coin in the air and catching it. Not really sure how to start this conversation, but eventually, Avia, are you there?
You hear another loud thud.
I've some new information.
Go on.
I need you to hear everything I have to say. The people aboard that ship were killed. They were killed by Atlas. Atlas was not in control of his actions. That cursed sword, you remember the one, it had taken a hold over him. It had slowly been draining out of his last years. I should have known. I knew at Oxbane that it was no good for him, but I didn't think that it would go this far. And under this curse, killed the crew of the Drunken Sun. And I know that might cause you to have hate for him, but he was the weapon, Ilaria. The weapon controlled him. He became the blade. He was an instrument for someone else to use, nothing more. So what I did was I struck at the hand that controlled that blade. I removed the curse. I dispelled the foul magic, that wraith, from the blade. And it can never hurt anyone again. I should have done it long ago. I should have let Findle do it when he recommended it, but I didn't understand. I didn't know. And you forgive me.
I don't think this is anyone's fault but his.
It's not his fault, Avia. He was under the control of powerful, old magic.
I don't believe things to be that simple, Kristoff.
Wait just 1 second for me, my dude. I just need to check something real quick on D&D Beyond. Everybody having a good time today.
So I will fill the air versus that.
Yeah, good times.
Maybe not.
Glug, 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 glug.
Okay, no, I got it. So...
Hello, Lawful Stupid listeners. You've stumbled into a very special time in the episode. We want to first thank you for taking the time to listen to us each week. We do this because, well, we love to do it. But if we're honest, we also want you to love us. We also want to thank all of our amazing patrons that support us monthly. You have no idea what it means for you to go a step further and give us your hard-earned monies to make our podcast better. And we have several options for those of you who want to take that leap into being a patron, because we think it's important that you get good stuff for giving us your monies. We revamped our reward system and think we have some great stuff to offer you. And rewards show up in the form of handwritten notes with awesome fantasy coins that our very own Rowan has put together. We also have things like posters of characters we love you could get, NPCs that you can create that show up in our stories, also items that you can create that will show up in the stories. We like to do Q&A sessions each month for our patrons, and any extra content that we can throw at you is really good. One of our favorite things we've done recently is the one-offs with our $20 patrons that allow you to actually interact with the characters from the Lawful Stupid realm. Those show up in the form of extra content and even live listening that we do with people in our Discord. So those are just some of the things that we have to offer, and we hope that you, if you're willing to, give us some extra money and support the podcast. We would love you. And even if you don't, we still love you. But if you do want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/Lawful Stupid Podcast and follow the links to donate. We thank you for your time and hope you enjoy the rest of the episode.
Avia, I saw the truth inside of the torrent. I know you know this. I saw echoes of reality confirming this was unequivocally not Atlas's fault. And I am lying, so I'd be more than happy to make a deception check.
Yeah, make a deception check. Let me find her stat page, because I haven't had to use it in a while, my dude. You've so far been quite kind to her. How things have changed.
You
can rationalize all you want.
Yeah.
Walk
Okay. It's a
behind
19.
her.
It's a 19.
Oh, probably gonna beat her unless I roll well. Oh, I did not. She says, I will just have to take your word for it then. If you say you saw something controlling him that well, then I must take your word for it. It didn't seem that bad the last time I saw it.
2 years can change a great deal, Avia. I know that. It's changed a lot for us. It's changed a lot for this world. And it unfortunately changed for the worse for Atlas. I just hope you can take some solace in knowing that the true murderer of your fallen comrades, this Alaria, is gone forever.
Is there anything else?
The only thing that I can ever say to you, Avia. Thank you. And I'm sorry.
And you hear her final words, and then you kind of you feel the connection drop as you hear her say, "I'll be in touch." Which you have only heard her say like twice, maybe 3 times amongst the last few years, and you equivalently know Kristoff as a boy who spent 2 years with her that she's not in a great spot.
Yeah. I'm going to quickly proceed to what I believe is the captain's quarters.
Sure.
Or no, the first mate's quarters.
Yeah, it'd be the first mate's quarters, but I mean, they would be nearby. So you do have to go swimming, my dude?
Can I just pull the water out with shape water?
5 feet at a time?
Yeah.
You're gonna get real wet.
Can I just shape the water around me in a 5-foot cube around me so that it's never in my face?
Yeah, we'll say you're doing that, and you have to hold concentration while you're doing that. That's
Deal.
what we'll say. So yeah, you're doing this. It is an awkward walk as you're kind of like holding the spell in place and like trying to get down a weirdly angled boat, and you definitely see wreckage. But you now know that's just from literally the boat wrecked and stuff went everywhere. But you're able to make it into first mate Zell's quarters, and stuff is strewn from where water is now being displaced, and just in general threw things around. What you looking for specifically?
I'm looking for the box.
Right.
I'm basically looking for any box, and I guess opening them and looking for the thing.
Yeah, do me a favor, roll an investigation check as you search the room.
That is a 13.
So, I think you search most of the room, and in general you can find some boxes, but they're like wet papers and wet candles, and I think you kind of give up until it's like you're walking out, and when your displaced water starts to kind of move with you, or shape water displacement kind of moves with you, you see his like bed and mattress kind of, or not bed and mattress, but his because he slept in a almost like a hammock, but there was definitely like a mattress padding. And you see like the vacuum effect of the water being like pulled free. You see like a box float up from between these 2 pads and his hammock style bedding. And you pick up that box, and it definitely looks like something Alaria would have had. You've seen her do these types of carvings before on her items, not Alaria, Avia, on these items. And you very much know that that's the box you were looking for.
Can I open it?
Absolutely, you can open it. I just did not want to assume.
I open it.
when you open it, inside there is a scroll, and when
I close it immediately.
You close it immediately.
And I put it in my waterproof bag that actually Atlas got for me. Thank you, friend.
Confirmed, you do that.
And then just real quickly, I'm going to pop over to the captain's quarters as well.
Okay, yeah, you go to Captain Tyndall's quarters. What you looking for?
Anything that might be magical, anything that might be of value, anything that might be of sentimental value to Captain Tyndall, or potentially Avia.
You don't see anything magical. You do find his chest, and it's got like some golden trinkets in there. It's got like a thick golden necklace that's got an arcane focus on the edge of it. But you can tell that like it's decorative. Like you've seen enough of them now. You're like, oh, that's neat, but it was not made to spec. So you find that, and the only thing you really find that he wouldn't have been wearing that's sentimental is like a secondary coat, like a captain's coat, like But other than that, the man kept his things on him.
Yeah.
It was not a magic boy.
Yeah, I'll just kind of tuck that coat away, along with the golden trinkets, and then I'll leave.
Yeah. Do you have like you just put it in your like backpack or your?
Yeah, I have like a general knapsack. Yeah, the golden trinkets will probably make it into the waterproof bag as well, but there's not like a ton of room in there.
Yep.
So the coat's obviously not going to fit. So that just goes in my bag. I just didn't know
if you were going to carry it out or put it in the bag.
Oh, it goes in the bag.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you exit said ship, I assume.
How hard is it for me to take one of these arcane foci with me? How big? I guess I never really understood how big
they are. They are. So yeah, let's talk about that. Imagine they are.
I'm thinking like volleyball sized.
The arcane focuses? No.
Oh, they're bigger.
The ones you've seen vary in sizes, but the ones on the ship, you imagine they are probably like, what is it? Diameter is all the way across, so they're probably like 3 feet in diameter. So they're pretty big. Like you would have to spread your arms to put on each.
Yeah.
Right, and they are huge and heavy looking. Like you could come back and get them. And you could certainly try to remove it from the ship, but they're very meant to be stationary and have somebody stand behind them.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave the ship. I guess I'm gonna be looking for any of the crew members that came with us ashore.
Okay, so yeah. So all right, I'm with you now. So you exit the ship and you're crossing the ice bridge, and you make.
Oh, I'm remaking a new ice bridge, by the way.
Yeah, sure. You see broken ice.
That one is old and broken and.
Yeah. Do you make a whole new one, like a separate one entirely?
Yeah, like along the. Well, I guess I would refreeze the bridge that already exists.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Like walking across, going, well, that's fucking lame. Fix it.
Yeah.
So you cross this bridge, and I think Atlas and Rowan are on the beach, also looking for the people they came with. Well, except for Atlas, but and when you get onto the beach, you rejoin your boys, and you look across. Like towards inland, right? And you kind of see walking over the horizon and towards you is the oh so familiar face of Henry and
Papa.
No, hold on. Before you react, let me paint my word picture. You also see someone who you have not seen before ever. And
Papa?
Yes, also Papa.
I also say Papa again.
Papa times 2. Yes. No. And in fact, I don't know how familiar your people would be, your individual people would be with this specific character who has essentially like fire for hair.
Hold on a second, I'll tell you.
Is it Chandra?
Not very familiar at all.
It is Shira the Ice Queen. I don't know. It's no. So no, Shiva is what I was going for. Also not fire.
Shiva, yeah.
Yeah, Shiva.
Also ice.
Yeah. So you see this Shane fact check me because I looked it up at some point, so I said it right in the thing, but I believe it's Genasi.
Devin says, I pronounce it Ganassi, but that's me.
It's probably
Ganassi.
It's probably how do you pronounce it? Will go your way.
Well, fuck, that's a lot of pressure. I pronounce it Ganassi. Fire, earth, water, Ganassi. Avon is just shaking her head furiously. Is it Ganassi?
Is it Ganassi?
She's shaking. She's nodding her head. Ganassi. So she's played one. I haven't.
Sounds like good chocolate.
It does. It's Godiva.
It's Genasi confirmed D&D Beyond. It has a pronunciation button.
Oh, cool.
I'll take it. It's Genasi. So you see this Genasi coming over the hill next to Henry, and the skin tone is this red color with this blue fiery hair, and she has this purple cloak, and she's like clutching this book and has this quill tucked behind her ear. And as Henry and this fire Genasi, thank you D&D Beyond, roll over this...
And Abon.
No, she disagrees with that pronunciation. As they roll over the hill, that's where we're going to end this episode. So you boys...
Oh, who is this mysterious figure? I need to know.
Look over to see Henry and the fire Genasi heading your direction.
Is it the living spirit of his forge?
It is. If you would like to see art of the fire Ganassi, link is in the description.
No pressure, me. To be fair, I'm staring at the sketch. Yep, that's where we're gonna end this episode.
Cool. Neat.
Already in. So we would like to thank Crown Royale Regal Apple for not really sponsoring the episode, and for sure not sponsoring me because I'm drinking it. But just thank you for that.
I would like to thank Potter's Peppermint Schnapps, which is a hard thing to say when you're drunk. I would also like to thank D&D Beyond for telling me accurate descriptions of what the spell Dispel Magic can do. And I would like to thank Dwayne, as always, for doing what he has to do to keep the story somewhat narratively sound.
Responding to that in a non-combative way, Dispel Magic does not remove curses. Confirm Sage's advice.
Ends any magical effect.
I will send you the Sage's advice where it...
Please do. Because last I checked, a curse was a magical effect.
A curse is inherently magical, but Dispel Magic dispels spells? Not necessarily like a curse bestowed on an item. That's why you have remove curse. Like 100% why you have remove curse.
Okay, hold on a second.
Otherwise they would be the same thing. Like 100%.
Let me just go ahead and double fact check you real quick.
I mean, I gave you a link in Skype. But while we do that, we will end this episode instead of having this...
Again, thank you, everyone, for listening to us argue about rules and just have a good time and just being a part of the thing that we do and listening to me drink and talk about friends for hours upon end.
Also, like to tell you, July 12th to the 14th, we're going to be there. It's going to be so good. It's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We hope that you can make it. Even get yourself a spot at a table to play D&D with some live show action after we play on Saturday. You can get a class from Dwayne on world building, get a class from Alex and I on the beginnings of D&D, so I have to create characters, some basic rules. If you're an advanced player, don't show up, you'll hate us.
True.
You can try to score one of mine or Dwayne's tables, and we'll argue with you about rules.
I will let you do
That's
whatever you
true.
want.
100%.
You want to grow wings? You do that.
Cool. Let's play them out, boys.
Like a lycanthrope. Like a lycanthrope. Like a lycanthrope. Like a lycanthrope.
Is this a season 2 thing now?
Okay,
God.
love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Yeah, you are great.